Carlton's Travel Adventures. Go get your passport. This is Carlton with Carlton's Travel Adventures. Another beautiful day in Medellin. Guys, you guys give me a couple of topics you want to talk about, and I kind of haven't gotten to them as yet. So I've got a few more videos from Fort Lauderdale on my trip home, but I'm gonna hold off for them. That kind of thing you need to take, maybe once a week or so. All right, a lot more stuff I can talk about. So let's talk about the topic of cars in Colombia or cars in Medellin. A lot of guys want to ask me about that because you miss your cars, right? You have driven a car for 30, 40 years in the U.S. and come here, don't have a car, right? So do you need a car in Medellin? The simple answer, most people are going to tell you, is no. Okay, but it's not as easy as a no. Easy no. Okay, I'm a car guy. I'm a car guy. I admit it. Some guys aren't car guys. I got a buddy in Houston, Texas, known him for over 10 years, and he'll admit I give shit about cars, right? Another banker friend. So some guys don't care about cars, but I don't know what it is. I always liked cars growing up, and my brother used to work on cars. Brother passed away. He got these, Beetles, 76 Beetles, 74 Beetles, and worked on them. Hearse handle, everything. I used to watch him do it, And I was never as good as he was, but I just liked getting in cars from then. All right, so taxis and Ubers and Beat and Didi are so cheap. My credit card bills every month has, must be 50 things where $1.50, $2, $3, $1.50, $1.25 from using the Beat, especially Beat and Didi car service. They're so cheap. So you think, don't need a car, right? But a guy like me, since I like to travel outside Medellin and see all these little, pueblos and little towns, it'd be nice to have a car. Okay, so I do miss it a lot. I miss driving, but I don't miss driving in the city because driving in Medellin itself is no fun. I'll show you a tape of this downtown. It's just crazy, and with all the motorcycles going here and there and everywhere, it's just kind of nuts. But on the weekends, let's say I want to go fishing in a lake for trout or someplace. People told me places I go fishing. I don't miss my fishing, but they're 2, 3, 4 hours away. Sometimes overnight stay. You can't take a bus with the fishing equipment, and go 4 hours away. Where do you stay the night? Come back. You go 4 hours and come back 4 hours. It's tough to get around, on the weekends without a car. Okay, and so it'd be nice to have a car just for the weekend. So I'm thinking about it. All depends on how my visa goes in April 1st. That's a big thing, big date in my life here. Hopefully my visa get renewed and no issue. But I just hear so many guys getting their visas, rejected. They got to reapply. Not sure if it's a money thing. Don't need to reapply and pay more money, But I'm being optimistic. But in case it doesn't, see what happens. Other countries. But I'm being very optimistic. It'll get renewed, and if it get renewed, if I do move to Cartagena, definitely get a car. It's more expensive there, and I can go up and down the coast and fish wherever I want to fish. Okay, that's gonna make me so happy to do that. A little SUV, and cars aren't really that expensive here. Okay, people say they're expensive, but they're expensive new. New cars are very expensive because of import tax. Okay, but I've seen some decent cars on sale. For $4,000 to $6,000. You drop $8,000 on a used car here, you're doing a pretty good deal. And the repair of the cars are cheap. One thing I've always liked about Medellin, I tell people that, sometimes I'll give them a little trick test to say, okay, go outside, stand here in a corner, look around at all these cars, what do you notice, right? Some of them get it right away. But guys that have been traveling to DR get what I'm talking about. So look around, look at all these cars, look at the traffic. What do you notice versus going to DR? Okay, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. No beat up cars. In the DR, half the cars are just beat the hell up. I mean, they got coat, what I call it, hangers holding up the bumper, holding up the windshield cracked up. The mirrors are all falling apart or are gone. A lot of beat up cars. He said, okay, they're poorer. Now Colombia's poor too. I don't know what it is. Maybe they have more pride in keeping the cars up, or maybe they're poorer there. But I think that it's so cheap to repair cars here. I was told it's so cheap to do to repairs, you know. So people keep their cars up. You know, if you have an old car, it's not beat up. It's not all torn up, you know, and beat up. So that's what I like about this also, you know. But so back to my car thing, I'm a car guy. This is my first sports car out of college. Got out of college, Rutgers University, and first thing I bought was a sports car, you know. My Z car, 280ZX, beautiful car, love it to death. That's me here, so you know it's me. That's me in my car. Love the T-top and all this stuff, right? Chick magnet. Grab that stuff with the T-root off. You stop at the stoplight. They're looking at you. Love my car. Okay. All right. So when I moved to Florida, especially South Florida, you know, I live right close to Miami Beach, and even on the main trip in Miami, there, you know, Bayshore driving. So the cars you see, man, you get caught up into them. The Lamborghinis, you know, the Porsche, the Ferraris. It's a daily thing to see 2 or 3 Lambos, you know, on a daily basis or more, okay? And Ferraris and the Porsches and the souped up Camaro Challengers, you know, with the engine. Love that sound. Love that sound, okay? And there's something about them, about that engine I like, and the cars go on Miami Beach, you know, on a Saturday night, Friday night, you see all the cars, Ferraris and Lambos and stuff lined up, going to these clubs. Most of them are, you know, athletes maybe, you know. So it's my thing, like the cars. You don't see many cars like that in Medellin or Colombia in general, because I've been to Bogota many times. Don't see many. You see a little more, not many more cars here. They don't want to show their wealth. There's a lot of wealth here. This is my neighbor here, man. He has a Mercedes-Benz that's big as half the block, like an SUV, the model it was. It's a huge damn thing, okay? And I was talking to him today. His car, he's a car guy too. I think he has maybe a good job. He's divorced, he moved in here, maybe a business or so, because his car was, you know, had some problems. His Benz had some problems. So he had his son drive his other car. Sorry, my note, I forgot the name of the other car he was driving. It's a car that is like antique, man. It's really nice. Okay, a Renault 4 GTL. It's red. Here it is, 1970, classic. You know, his son is driving it. The son came to charge his battery for him on the Benz. Okay. This car is really nice. I like the cute little cars they have here. They don't have a lot of powerful cars. I see a few. I've seen a few BMWs souped up, you know, but it's a very rare occurrence. Okay. Now you have a lot of small cars. I'll show you some pictures of them. You'll see them. Some of these names I never seen before till I got here. You know, some guys might know what they are. You know, you have the Aveo. You have like the Hyundai Echo. Then you have the Spark, Chevy Spark. I know that one. The Sandero. I have some RAV4s, which I know about. They have a couple of those Toyota 4Runner, which is Land Cruisers, nice cars. See some of those. If somebody's driving that, you got some money. You know, they got money. You know, do have few of them, but these are ballers. You know, if you have a RAV4 or, you know, not a RAV4, a Toyota Land Cruiser, you got some money, all right? Because those cars cost a fortune here. But if you want to buy small cars, there are plenty of small cars like these I'm talking about. You know, those Dusters. Another thing, there's a Duster here, right? I think it's a Renault Duster. And I first came and saw it, said to myself, my first car was a Duster, a Plymouth Duster. You know, I'm saying to myself, how can they have a Plymouth Duster in the U.S. and another Duster? Isn't there a name, like a trademark on the name Duster for a vehicle? Never got around that one. Maybe you guys tell me why you can have a Duster, Plymouth Duster, and then you have a Renault Duster. You know, different cars altogether. But I had a great, you know, straight six Duster, beautiful car. My first car in high school. You know. So, there's another car I noticed here. You gotta check this out. It's real nice. This is, I I do some research on it. I didn't know what the hell it was. I saw it one day. I talked to the guy and took some pictures of it. This is a Niva, N-I-V-A, Lada, L-A-D-A. You know, it's a Russian-made car. You know, they're not allowed to be imported in the U.S. You know, the guy said he loved this little Lada, Niva Lada, little green Russian car. Neat little thing, real neat little thing. You know, like different looking cars. Okay, which was cute. And then you have your electric cars, a few of those here, like this little black one. Never caught driving into one of these cars. Something happened, just no protection. I think it's so small. Okay, but they are nice small cars you can buy for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. No problem. There are a couple of sites you can go on and look for the cars and see what what's out there and what they cost. Okay, if you see someone driving a Audi or a Benz or a Toyota Land Cruisers, they got money, because those cars are expensive here. Those are import tax. They got money, all right? And there's money in Medellin. Don't fool yourself, okay? Maybe a lot of people talk about the poverty, but there's money here too. If you own your own business and so forth, okay? And sometimes people go to the U.S., they make the money in the U.S., bring it back here and buy stuff. I know people have done that. You know, they come back from the U.S., come over here, drop 20,000, drop 30,000, drop 40,000 in a car, okay? Because they came from the U.S. Then they have saved the money up. Now they have, you know, investments there. They came back and they bought real estate or whatever, you know, which is cool. Now, insurance is not expensive. I don't remember the exact amount, maybe by $500. I asked a guy one time what it cost for his insurance on a decent car, and it was like almost a brand new car, so it's like $500 for the year. Was not expensive at all, okay? So that's not an issue either. Gasoline, kind of on the high side, but these small cars don't use much gas. You know, probably get 30, 40 miles a gallon. The little cars. If you can own a big car, expensive car, then you don't worry about the gas. You know, what's the deal? All right, what's the deal? So I do miss driving a car. When I went back to Florida, it hit me when I rented my car. I haven't showed a video of that yet. If I don't, I will eventually. Came out the airport with my car and just felt like, wow, I'm driving again. You know, I'm driving again. This feels good. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to the parking lot of the hotel, and I saw this baby right here. I just almost got a charge, you know what I mean, in my body. Like, damn, here it is, a nice car, you know. I think it's a Challenger, I thought, you know. Anyway, or Charger, beautiful car. I said, this is nice, you know. When I drove around next couple of days, I keep seeing. I saw this really nice Lambo when I went to the casino. I think it was purple Lambo, if I remember right. Could be wrong. Then driving around, I saw some nice, you know, Mercedes-Benz AMG. So, you know, I kind of got the urge to get back in a nice car and rev the engine up, you know. Sorry, guys, I just love the cars, you know. And maybe one day when I go back to the U.S., if I go back to the U.S., I'll buy a nice car. I never buy a nice car here. There's a certain saying, I forgot exactly what it says. Something papaya, like don't show off, all right? And that don't get you killed. So, you know, I've seen a lot of videos of guys getting, you know, shot when they try to park their car, and guys run up to the car, pull a gun out and try to get them to hijack the car or the people, and they won't open the car, so they shoot through the car when they kill the person for their car or then they take off. They shoot the person and they take off, you know? It makes a lot of sense. So people get killed for their cars and expensive things here, so I would never buy an expensive car here. But back to the U.S., I probably might, you know, in my old age. But, you know, that's a little thing I want to talk about cars. You know, I said the answer when should you buy a car here is obviously no. It's not totally correct, okay? Because I would say if I stay here I'm going to be optimistic to say that next year, after April, I'm going to have a car. I'm about 90% sure, you know. When my visa get renewed, you know, if I move to Cartagena, I'm going to get a car to drive up and down the coast to fish, you know, up and down the coast to fish. And if I stay here, get a car so I can drive, you know, all over. You know, I might drive it to the coast and by, you know, it's certain by the Pacific, okay? And stay there for a week and fish up along the coast. I got my fishing equipment that I brought with me. You see, so I'm gonna get a car. I don't gonna drive the car around the city and drive to Beja or different places late at night. Not even downtown. But I can take it and go these little towns, pueblos, like 4 or 5 hours away, 6 hours away, and I go to the lakes, see some nice rivers. They're talking about fishing there, trout and so forth, and take it to the West Coast, to go fish. So I'm about 80%, 90% sure I'll get a car next year. But if you don't want to drive to the pueblos, just sit in Medellin, don't want to go fishing anywhere, really don't need a car. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to about this car. I showed out some pictures about the cars you see here, type of cars you see here, and then on to the next video. All right. Thanks for watching me, man. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button. All right. And I want to thank Master Teacher for giving me some props. When I first started talking about this guy Carlton, I'm thinking, oh, he's going to slam me. What's he going to say about Carlton? End up being a nice prop. Enough respect, all right? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We got a car museum here. Lots of fancy cars. The owner was an ex race car driver, so he put a lot of his cars here. Real nice, huh? A lot of these cars in South Florida, you don't see them in Medellin or Colombia in general.